thing. But I haven't learned how to do that with pulse audio yet. And Record My Desktop also does not use pulse audio natively, so I have to give it something. I think it uses also natively. So that's...
Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think what you're talking about is the ALSA DMix plugin. It's an in-kernel resampling feature.
Oh?
Yeah. You set that up and it automatically gives you the sample rate you want, the rate you ask for.
I haven't really tried it with Bluetooth. A lot of the stuff that works normally with an audio input channel somehow does not work with Bluetooth.
I've played around with some of the more esoteric ALSA utilities. It gets really weird. I still haven't managed to figure out how to make it do what I want it to, so
well, that's why there's still meaning in life. That's why there's still meaning in life, because there's still unsolved problems. All right. So, the first thing I want to do is to show you guys, how to use the open call to deal with the pipe coming in and the pipe going out. And here's a sample program, that works, and it's a very minimal program to illustrate, how to open a FIFO in your program. And this is externally linked, so you can wget it. This is not a typo. I did not accidentally hit the W key. The wget is actually a command that you can use on the command line. And so what I can do is to right-click here and select copy link location. And you can do the same thing, if you're using PuTTY in Windows. And you go to the command line here, and then you can just say wget, and then paste the link like that. And what that will do is it will just, wget, you can look at wget as a command line web browser. That's all it is. It actually is a little bit more flexible too. It can do a lot of interesting things. And one of the things it can do is as simple as wget followed by URL. And what it does is it will just go to that URL, download the file, add the URL into your current folder. So this way, I have test pipe already set up here, and all I want to do is to show you what it looks like. And turn on the line number, turn on syntax highlighting. All right. That's all I did. Open pipe in, but you have to open it with read-write mode, otherwise it will block. And also for the output pipe, it's the same thing. Just open it with read-write. And that basically solves all the problems that were reported. The open calls do not block anymore, and also at the same time we are not using O_non-block, which can cause problems because select will return basically right away, and so there's no bytes to read, and then your program will accidentally misunderstand that as a file. So this will basically solve all the problems that we have encountered up to this point. Any questions? No questions? This is all good? Okay. So this is now sent to you as a email message as well. It's also on Moodle, so I don't think it's already available. Yep.
I just want to make sure. So do you want the out files back as pipes or just as regular files?
Let's turn it back into pipes, so that it's easier for me to use one single way to test the program. Yep.
Non-blocking? Non-blocking?
If you turn it into non-blocking, how do you check?
Just check E would block or E again. It returns -1 still when you read, but the error code says E would block or E again.
But then the select will just keep returning all the time, but it won't block.
The select on the reading side.
Okay, understood.
You just check if it's -1 and E would block.
Okay. That will work.
That's the last backup I did.
Okay. But that sounds like, you're using, but when do you start to read and when do you sample it? When do you sample the...
Every time through the loop.
Okay.
No matter what.
Okay. Understood. Yep.
That program. Is that doing
Sure. Absolutely. Let's go ahead and test it. Right. So let's go ahead and test this program, and we'll move it to the subfolder first, so that way, you know, everything is in its own folder. So we need to create the two FIFOs. One is pipe in and one is pipe out. So MKFIFO pipe in, MKFIFO pipe out, and test the program, GCC-G-O test pipe.3, and test pipe. So this program does not really give you any input or output because it's reading from the pipe in, you know, pipe, and it's writing to the pipe out pipe. So the program doesn't give you any specific input or output, which also means that it is a perfect type of program to type a Control Z and throw it into the background, because the program itself does not need standard in at all. Okay, is that okay so far? You guys know what I just did? Okay.
I do, but did it start running again?
No, yeah, it's running in the background now.
Okay.
Because when I type Control Z, it is stopped or basically paused. But when I type, you know, BG, you know, for background, then it is starting to run in the background now.
Okay.
And it does not require the foreground because it's not reading from standard in. So that means it's a perfect type of program to throw into the background so it can continue to run in the background. So I can do something else in the foreground. So in the foreground, you know, one thing I can do is to say tail-f pipe out. Okay. In other words, what I'm doing right now is to just keep track of, you know, whatever is coming out of the pipe out pipe. And that part, well, you know, I actually can also throw this into the background because, you know, this part does not require any standard in, but it will be kind of confusing if I throw it into the background and then use echo to, you know, to pipe into pipe in. So I will just open another terminal here to deal with that. And I'm using the wrong. Okay, there we go. So now we go into pipe in, and all I have to do is to, you know, echo something into pipe in and see whether it comes out of pipe out. So echo 1, 2, 3, 4, doesn't matter what I'm doing here, and pipe it into pipe in, and then I switch the terminal, and it's not coming out.
You have to close the program
Close
first.
the program, it'll pop out.
Hmm?
You have to close the program first. Since nothing's actually reading pipe out until it closes, you have to use cat instead of tail, or you have to close the program.
Close the program. You mean close the original program?
Yeah. But it's not going to come out because you closed the tail. But you can use cat instead of tail and it'll work.
I see. Test it again. And then this time, okay, let's open up another terminal for that. Tail-f pipe. Because I just tested this in my office. And it's not coming out. So you're saying that if I cat pipe out, that will work?
Yeah. That's what's happening to me at least.
Yep, that worked. So why would, yep.
Sorry, that's what I was talking about last time, where if you send something to the pipe out manually, like echo something to C3 out or C1 out, whatever, then if for some reason it's actually ready, then when you run the program, it'll start coming out.
It has to do with the tail command. You know, if I tail first and then run the program, I think that will work as well. Okay, let's try that. You did not? Okay, let's try that other approach. So we'll take out all of these. So we'll tail first. No. Okay, tail first, run the program, and then echo. And that did not work either.
That doesn't work if you send it twice.
Hmm?
It doesn't work if you send it twice. No?
I have another.
All the stuff you left for that is popped out.
Yeah.
I also have another tail that is here.
So it is writing.
Hmm?
It is writing to a buffer somewhere.
Uh-huh.
see it, I don't know.